Seeing the price of butter in the supermarket can make you feel like you're going to faint. So, if you can, making it at home is a better option. Let's make it. I start by boiling my milk and collecting cream every time it settles on top. This cream I then freeze until I have a large quantity of cream to work with. This is the cream. Once you need to use it, you're going to let it thaw for like an hour or so because you still want it cold for this process to start quite quickly. Hello, Homshas, and welcome back to the channel. I normally use my stand mixer for this process. It is the easiest thing I have found to give me the result that I need quite fast. I have seen people use blenders or food processors. I have not tried it myself. When I do try it, I will do a video on it and let you know how it turns out. But I normally use my stand mixer for this. I add some milk to the cream if I see that it's a bit dry, and then I'll whip this for about 10 to 20 minutes. And then your cream goes through different stages as you have seen, and after a while your butter separates from the buttermilk. So I will just sieve out the butter, and then what is left at the bottom is the buttermilk. The buttermilk is amazing for baking. You can do pancakes with it, you can bake cakes with it. It's just amazing. As we sieve out our butter, allow me to say thank you for 300 subscribers. If you are new here, thank you for subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always making this place your home. So you want to squeeze out as much of the milk as you can from the butter. Then once we've squeezed out as much as we can, we are going to wash the butter. For this, I like to put some ice in some water, and then this is going to make the butter collection process easy because it's going to help the butter solidify, and then it's easier to work with. And as you do this, you want to squeeze out all the milk as much as you can, because honestly, no matter how hard you try, there'll still be a few milk solids left in this batter. So you keep doing this, and once your water gets really cloudy, you want to keep changing it. You'll keep seeing me add a fresh batch of water every time I squeeze this butter out. You want to do this so that your butter does not become rancid. If you do not do this process correctly, your butter will not last a long time. I love being able to make my oils at home and my butters at home. And so the moment I learned how to make butter, I feel like I have been making it for a few people. They just collect the cream for like weeks, and then once we make it, they have butter for like a month or two. It's such a satisfying process, but it can be very intense. So also be psychologically prepared for that. But the taste of homemade butter beats the taste of store-bought butter any day. So it is worth it. The other amazing thing about making homemade butter is how you can be able to use it or a portion of it to make ghee. I will be doing a video. The next video that is dropping is how to make ghee from homemade butter, and that will be in response to Jerry Tamwada, who had asked about making tallow and ghee and coconut oil at home. Thank you so much for always letting me know what recipes you would want me to try out. If there's a recipe that you want me to try out, let me know in the comment section. If it is something that I have a recipe on, I will do it and give it to you. If it's something I've never tried out, I would like to try it out for the very first time and also share my experience with you. After washing the milk as much as we can from our butter, we have our butter. I like to do one last process before storing it, and this is where I will pat it down so that any excess water comes out. At this point, if you want salted butter, you can add in your salt at this point. It also helps with preserving it for a longer time. I just like to have my butter unsalted, and since it's going to be staying in the fridge most of the time, I think it's going to be okay, or I have found that it stays okay. So you just want to knead out the water you see coming out. You want to try and get as much of it out as possible. Make sure your water when you're washing the butter is as cold as possible. I didn't have that many ice cubes, that's why my butter is still a bit soft. But when it is cold, when your water is really cold, your butter tends to be more firmer than this. So once I am done beating as much water as I can out of the butter, I just will wrap this in cling film. I like to pre-shape it a bit, and then I'll put it in the fridge to firm up, then divide it into the portions that we'll be needing. And just like that, you have homemade butter. I then bottle up my buttermilk so that I can put it in the fridge. This should be okay in the fridge for up to 5 days, and then I can use it for the recipes. Like, you can try it out on my pancake recipe. I'll link it below in the description box below, or any of my cake recipes, I'll link them below too. And after a couple of hours, our butter is ready. I got 2 portions of this size. This was about 350 grams. So in total, I got about 700 grams of butter. This is going to keep us for about 2 to 3 weeks because we use butter a lot in this house. And so, because this was straight from the fridge, you'll see that it's a bit hard to scoop it out. But here is our butter. You can use it to bake your cakes and cookies, or use it for what we like to use it for in this house more often than not. That is on our bread and toast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tune in because I'll be showing you how to make ghee from your butter. And this is going to be interesting because we'll be using fermented butter. Enjoy! Bye!